Welcome to the cockpit. I'll be your pilot tonight. We are flying high. We got lots to talk about. We're talking Leonard Williams. We're talking the new GM search. Oh, good to have you guys back. Forgot there was a stream tonight. Tyson, welcome in. Alright, guys. We're going to run this the same way we have every week. We are going to do some chat questions for the first half hour. Oh, let me change this a little bit. Chat questions first half hour. Then we're going to jump into the call-ins at 8:30. Hang on, I'm here. There we go. Forgot to change that. Here we go. Why are emotes disabled? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I disabled things. So if things are disabled, I apologize. Let me know how to fix it. Alright. Gase is flying high. Yes, he looks like he's flying high half the time. How was your week, guys? Let me hear it. Had a long week. It's been a hectic one. Lots of stress. I've been looking forward to coming here and hanging out with you scrubs all week and just have a nice cold brew, complaining about our Jets, because that's what we do here. No, we try to figure out there's a box on your face. There was a box on my face. I changed it. I had to take the tracking off my face. That's what happens when you rush. I just got home from work like a half hour ago. So, deal with it. This thing's not anything sort of official. Alright. Alright. Leonard Williams, you guys watch the video that I put out? Man, we got to keep Leo. That's what I think. I want to hold on to Leo this year. I think we see what he's got with Quinnen Williams, with Greg Williams, with all these defensive guys now in the fold. I think there's just a lot of potential here, and I really want to see how this really plays out. I don't think we'll get enough compensation in return. Now, if someone offers a first-round pick, you make the move, and you just run away with it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I honestly don't think we'll get a second-round pick for him. I think that, the amount of money that he's due this year on the the fifth-year option is just too much money for a team to part with a first or second-round pick. I think the value of having a 4-year player for dirt cheap is more valuable than the 1 year of Leonard Williams on a $14.2 million deal. And when you look at Leo, he's probably going to want to test free agency. I mean, I would if I was going into the last year of my deal, especially when your contract is guaranteed for injury. So if he's injured, he's going to get that full $14.2 million, so you might as well play out the season and roll the dice on it. Now, if he felt that his long-term health was potentially a problem, or he wants to take a team-friendly deal, that would be great. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. At least, I wouldn't do that. I feel like most people wouldn't do that. It seems like kind of a silly thing to do. But, hey, I'm not Leonard Williams. I can't make these decisions. Let's see. What do we got going on in the comments? Yep, watched it. Want to see what Greg Williams does with Leo. I agree. I think that's what a lot of people are going to feel like. I think a lot of people are pretty much on board with that sentiment. I don't think there's anyone that particularly wants to get rid of Leo. I think for the most part, everyone really likes Leonard Williams. He's a good dude. He's a fun guy to have in the locker room. Now, there was one play that I can be very critical of him for, and I want to say that was the Bills game last year, where he just gave up on the play and they wound up scoring a touchdown and running right past him. I couldn't find the video clip. I think it was on Twitter that I saw it, or maybe one of the Jet forums that I'm a part of, and I would have loved to put that on the video to kind of show some questionable times that he's been on the field. Now, I don't really remember the down and distance. I don't remember the situation in the game. Maybe he's playing a zillion plays in a row and he should have been subbed out and just wasn't, or maybe he was just slacking. I don't know. God, sorry. I am rambling far too much and not breathing. Breathe. I think I saw Gangrene David in there. Where are you? There you are. Always got the best advice when it comes to women. Gangrene David called me the other day. Needed some advice. You other guys, don't you call me. I don't need to turn this into a dating jet forum thing. Gangrene David, I got you. Man, I should have music in the background. I tried to create a poll on the screen for this one, but I couldn't really figure out how to do it. I'll show you what I kind of came up with, and if you guys can use it, that would be friggin' cool, but I don't know if you'll actually be able to. Whoops, I gotta put it over the video device so you can see it. See, I had this whole poll set up, but I don't think it acts in live time, so I might have to like do something funky. Ooh, well, I got people doing it. Maybe I have to like refresh it. Let's see what happens when I refresh. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Nope, that didn't work. All right, what are we doing here? Come on, Ryan. Control C. Let's see. It's on my Twitter page. Ugh, I gotta go over here. See, I'm not too good at this yet. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. So if you guys have better alternatives for what this could be, let me know. I don't understand why this is not updating long term. Whoops, moving stuff around. All right, so you guys know the poll's up there. You guys can go take a look at it if you want. I'll pull it over from time to time, see what I can actually capture from there. But whatever. All right. Just know that we discuss days off here. Oh, of course, dude. I would never say anything. Don't you worry about that. I am a iron trap. Iron trap. That doesn't make any sense. Should the Jets run a 3-4 or a 4-3 defense with Darren Lee gone? I think we're going to run some type of hybrid defense. I don't foresee us sticking with any one particular scheme. I do think we'll run a good amount of 3-4 just because of the personnel we have. I mean, you think you got Leonard Williams, Quinn Williams, and Henry Anderson. But then if you want to put Ja'Kai Polite with his hand in the dirt, or if you want to have him as the outside linebacker, have Jordan Jenkins as the outside linebacker on the other side, then you got Avery Williamson and Mosley in the middle. I think this defense really has a lot of potential here. I'm really pumped up about it. I think this is going to be a really fun season to watch, and I think fans should be excited. I know I am. Man. All right, I'm going to do this again, because last time I got a few likes down below. If you're watching this live stream, which I know 46 of you guys are right now, do me a favor, hit the little like button down below. Show me some love. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to sit here and wait until it goes up by 1. I think it went up by 1. Thank you for whoever liked it. There it is. I see a 9. I don't know how fast this thing updates, but I appreciate it. All the likes are very, very, very fun to have. Here's the best advice. Don't get married, don't have kids, have brothers and sisters, so you can get nieces and nephews much better life. Ooh, Steven, man, that is not fun to say. You scare me. I'm excited to get married. I'm fun. I've been with my girl for a long time, so it's going to be just fine. I've always wanted kids, too. I'm a big fan of, I just don't want to have like 3 girls. We were talking about this the other day. If you wind up, she's like, well, what happens if you get 2 girls? Are you going to try for a third? I said, not happening. I'm going to adopt a boy. Not going through life with 3 girls. Not by myself. Not happening. I'm going to be doing way more Cockpit streams. You'll be like, Dad, what's going on? I'm 43, married, no kids, 10 nieces and nephews. Damn! 10 nieces and nephews. Very cool. How many brothers and sisters do you have, Steven? To have 10 nieces and nephews. You got like 4? 4 brothers and sisters? That's a big family. My brother and I, we're 2. I am... I want to see what he can do now with blah, 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 blah. Gangrene, I turn 20 this Saturday. Oh, my God. Gangrene Nation. Gangrene David Nation. David. Oh, that's fine. Okay. I moved my little screen a little bit. Gangrene David turns 20 this Saturday. That's awesome. 1 more year until you're relevant to the rest of society. Sorry. Oh, God. Holy smokes! One brother, two sisters. You got 10 nieces and nephews. Now, is that like your? Does that include your wife's brothers and sisters? I guess. Otherwise, 10 kids for 3 siblings. That's a lot. Ah, sorry. Understood, but this is not a MGTOW channel. This is a Jets channel. It is a Jets channel. I don't know what you're talking about. MGTOW. I'm not sure what that means. This is my channel. It's whatever the hell I want it to be. Get the hell out of here. No. All right, Jets talk. Let's see. Boom. We got, let's see. I think that Leo did better when he was first drafted than he is right now, but he needs to stay with the Jets. Now, that's true. I mean, you had a Muhammad Wilkerson who was trying to get his next contract. You had Sheldon Richardson who was, coming off that whole issue with the, what was it? Was that the speeding and the kid in the car? Was that whole situation? I really like Sheldon Richardson, and I really wish we didn't get rid of him, but he got us Darnold, so thank you. I'd prefer Darnold. My grandparents had 13 kids. Ho! I don't know how rude I can be, but hot dog in a hallway comes to mind. 13 kids, holy smokes! So you think your family's big. My family's not big. My family got men going their own way. I don't know what that means. Doesn't make sense. I'm not in with the lingo. Whatever. Who do you guys want for GM? Is that the hot topic? What's the hot topic now in Jets Nation? I wasn't sure what to make a video of. And I kind of fell on Leonard Williams. I go through like my Jets forum and I'm seeing like what the most trending like topic is among all those like different topics. And usually it's like some guy complaining about, I don't know, something stupid. Got one guy in the forum who will remain nameless, but he likes to stir the pot. He's not a Jamal Adams fan, which means I am not a fan of him. He can go kick a bunch of rocks. No, I'm kidding. He's all right. I love everyone in the forum. There's some dummies in there. Ooh, let's see. Let's throw some fire into this chat. What do you guys think? Would you guys prefer to have Quinnen Williams? I think I know where this is going to wind up going. Quinnen Williams or Odell Beckham Jr. Like if you had to trade the third pick right now, you didn't get Quinnen, you wound up getting Odell. I understand beforehand where you didn't know and you might have gotten Bosa, but would you take Odell over Quinnen right now, straight up? I think it's tough to say. I like Odell. I would take Odell personally. I like Quinnen Williams, but I'm sorry, Odell's a game breaker. Way more expensive, but we have the money. We got $29 million in cap space right now. What the hell are we going to do with that? Pay a Hall of Fame receiver. I like it. Daniel, how do you feel about Darryl Roberts? Do you think he will hold his own? I do. I'm not as concerned with the secondary as I think a lot of other people are. I think just adding the pass rush is going to help us significantly. I think there was a big issue with the whole, I would take you all day. Alex, that's fine. I respect your opinion. Freddie, you too. Joseph, you guys just hate Odell because he was a Giant. And he's a little bit of a crybaby and a pain in the ass. But, so was, no, I can't say that. I like Odell. I don't like his antics, but I wish he was still on the Giants because I liked watching it. And it was kind of fun to watch him sort of implode sometimes. But talent-wise, I would take him because I think he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, and I would love to give a Hall of Fame wide receiver to our star young quarterback while he's on his rookie deal. So that's my thing. Well, bam! 50 people are watching right now. I got 25 likes. Hit the like button down below. I know there's 50 of you. Come on now, show me some love. We need a top player development coach GM. I don't know. I think if the coach can develop, as long as the coach and the GM are on the same page, I don't care who we get. Can't hear me. Turn up your volume. Is my volume all right? Can you guys hear me? What's going on? Buster, I think your volume's broken. I can't hear anyone else complaining, so you can go kick rocks. No, tell me if you've turned your volume up all the way, and then let me know if that was the reason. How do you feel about Ben Watson? I hit the like button a while ago. Thank you, Joseph. What's up, Big Green? How you doing? How's your day been? I got 2 more likes. See? It's like one of those dopamine hits. Every time you hit a like, I get a little dopamine kick. And it's like, feels good. Feels real good. Can hear you fine. Thank you. Thank you. Volume's good. See, Buster? Just hard of hearing. Turn your hearing aid up. I know I got some old guys in there. Grandpa Mark's going to be calling in soon. He calls in at like 8:45. That's what time we got. What the hell's buzzing on my phone? I don't know what's going on. My phone's going crazy. Jump in lake, fly a kite, kick rocks. Oh, I like those. Okay. Jump in a lake. Okay. Fly a kite, kick rocks. I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of pound sand. Pound sand is one of my favorite things to say to people. Thoughts on the future of our offensive line, given the amount of expiring contracts coming up. Offensive line, we have Shell and Beecham expiring contracts. You got Winters up after next year, I think. And I think Osemele might be 2 years from now. Now, I think one of Shell or Beecham is probably going to get re-signed. I think it's probably going to be Shell. We have Edoga that we took in the 3rd round. I think he's going to hopefully fill in for Shell while Shell's injured, or I don't know if Shell's still injured. Is he still injured? I don't know if he's going to miss any time. But I think he's going to compete for that right tackle spot, and I think we're going to try and fill that void this year. We'll see. Then I think left tackle, or tackle in general, and wide receiver are going to be the 2 big things that we go after in the offseason. Now, here's one thing that you can see. I see Joe thinks Winters is horrible, and I sort of agree. Our line's been rough. Our whole line is pretty bad. But I think if you add Osemele, I think that changes the dynamic a little bit. I think you maybe take Shell, you keep him at right tackle. Maybe you move Edoga into right guard, and then maybe you take a top left tackle at this top of the 1st round. Or maybe there's one hitting free agency. I don't know. It's so tough to try and gauge who's going to hit free agency at this point because I don't know every team as well as I know our Jets. So, I can call within a pretty reasonable standard deviation that the Jets are going to cut X player or Y player, and then, will likely try to resign, or people that I would think they should try to resign, within a pretty good, threshold. But then there's other players, like when I was looking at pass rushers this offseason, and there were people who shall remain nameless that made videos that were saying, Jadeveon Clowney, D Ford, this, that. And I'm like, no. All these guys are getting franchise tagged. They're not going to hit free agency. Stop getting people worked up. Because then you get, there's certain things that really get under my skin, and it's things like the media. This is one of the reasons I started this channel. When the media starts complaining about all these different things, and they start creating all this clickbait type material. And don't get me wrong, I try to create some thumbnails that get you guys interested and click on my thumbnails because I would like the views too. Show me some love. But the only thing that benefits me in terms of any sort of financial benefit would be if I create quality content, because the only reason you get any type of financial incentive on YouTube is if you have the duration of a view. So just clicking on it and clicking off doesn't really do me good. So quality content is what I try to strive for, so that way you guys stay tuned in. I get to hear your comments. I get to try and educate some of the fan base because there's a bunch of dummy Jet fans out there, which unfortunately there's dummies in every walk of life. My favorite saying that I love to say, and I don't say it often enough, is imagine how dumb the average person is, and then realize that half the population is worse than that. Think about it. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I'm going to roll with it. It's something like, oh man, there's a lot of dummies, and man, half of them are worse. That's just the average Jamoke. Man, I like to think I'm smarter than the average Joe. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I am very opinionated on certain things. I'm very, Becca will get mad at me for getting fired up over certain reasons and, not backing down from something. She's just like, shut up. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. Why do you think the media has such a hard on for the Jets? Well, because we're in New York. It's a big media market. If they talk about the Jets, you got, how big is the city? A zillion people? A zillion and two people? Yeah, that's why they got such a hard on. Why do you think they're not talking about like the Indianapolis Colts or like, I don't know, insert lame team? Not that the Colts are a lame team, but insert like small market team, and that's why they don't. That's why they talk about it. You got season tickets? I don't, Buster. I don't have season tickets. I used to have season tickets. I had them for a long time, from like 90. Oh God, when did we start going? 93 or 94. They weren't actually our tickets. We bought them from someone else who had season tickets because there was such a long waiting list. And we actually got the option to get our season tickets in about, so we bought them from this guy in 93, and then had them until probably 2000. Then they offered us our season tickets, and we decided to swap with the guy that we were buying tickets from because we got so close with the people that we were sitting around. So those, in effect, became our season tickets. And we had them until 2008, I think. Whenever they built the new stadium, that's when we backed out because they had the PSLs and everything, and they were going to throw everyone for a loop, and no one was going to sit together anymore. It was just like, you know what, you're going to charge us all this money for all this stuff, and that would just drive me bananas because you go to the games to hang out with the guys and tailgate with the guys. But I do want to go to a game this year, and I'm curious to see what happens with Fireman Ed. I want to see if he comes back or if he's actually retired and doesn't want to come back to the Jets. I'm pretty interested to see what happens because, like I said, every Jet needs a pilot, and I'll be your pilot. This could be like Fireman Ed puts down the fire hat and he's J-E-T-S. I'll put on the goggles and go J-E-T, and they'll be like, oh, this guy's an idiot. Sorry. Jets talk for new mascot. Nah, they wouldn't do that. They would see. I don't think the Jets would want me there because they would be like, oh, this guy is too much of a critical thinker. And although I'm pretty optimistic, I try to stay optimistic on the team. I want to give you guys a fair take on what I think. And if I'm wrong, throw it at me. It's something I would, I don't know. I don't mind being wrong. I like hearing that I'm wrong. I wanted to do this live stream with a bunch of other teams, YouTubers. And one thing that I was Manish is a paid puppet. Yeah, his Heimerdinger's hand was so far up his ass. Ugh, it was bad. Sorry. Yeah, I wanted to do this with a bunch of different YouTubers. Hashtag Sports actually hit me up. So we're going to do some type of stream together. If you don't know Hashtag Sports, they're the guys that do the Buffalo Bills channel. And I apologize, I have not watched them in so long because I've been busy, been doing a lot of work. Golf season is in full swing, especially on Memorial Weekend. I worked 3 of the last 4 days, but I have off tomorrow, so maybe I'll make you guys a video. Let me know what you guys want to see a video about, and I'll make a video about it. What do we got? Gerg. Oh, gotta go. Sorry, dude. Bye, Nebra. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Who do I like more, Chris or Woody Johnson? I met Woody before. He was fine. I thought I liked Chris more. Now I'm not so sure. The whole Chris thing with the whole, I wanted to keep McCagnon on because I wasn't sure in my ability to hire a coach, frightens the heck out of me. Is it good that he, kept a guy that thought he was hiring his own coach and then, maybe Gase gets his own GM now? I don't know. I like Chris Johnson. I like what he stands for some of the times. I think he's got the players' best interest at heart, and that's, I'm good with that. Manish is the most respected beat writer. How do you say your name? Shahidar something. No. If you think Manish is the most respected Jets beat writer, you can go kick rocks or pound sand or fly a kite or jump in a lake. Any one of those things. Manish is a goddamn puppet. He was fed a bunch of BS news articles to try and get the media in good graces or, pushing a positive narrative for the Jets. And then as soon as those guys got canned, he started throwing shade on the Jets, even though it made not a ton of sense, but made a pretty good amount of sense to get rid of, have you met Sam Darnold? Sorry. Even though it made sense to get rid of McCagnon. Can you be my dad? That sounds weird. I'm not going to answer that. Chris is a more sincere owner. I agree, V-Man. I completely agree. I think Chris feels like he cares more, and I don't. I think both owners care. I think Woody and Chris both care a lot, and I think they want to win. I just think that they need to hire some football guys to make football decisions. These guys are business guys, and you have to, realize. At least people that I've dealt with in business don't always make the right decision, especially when they're not in operations. There's decisions that are made, I think, in every job that I've ever been in, where people above me have made decisions without thinking about the operation and how it affects people in it. So when you think of, say, the owner, I don't know, just picking a guy that, because, his buddy over in, Houston was like, yo, this guy's the GM. He's the bee's knees. He's not that Snicklefritz. Snicklefritz, what's that from? Name the movie. No, yeah, he knows how to run baby shampoo. So stick to baby shampoo. Let the football guys run the football decisions. But why are they getting involved in football decisions? Joe, I don't know. It's just because they're owners and you're excited. Like, if anything, if I ran the Jets, I'd want to make football calls, even though I'm not necessarily a football guy. I feel like I understand football relatively well. But I would want to make football decisions and then see how they play out on the field. These are like, when you think about these owners, they are basically playing a huge game of chess, and every player is a pawn that they have bought, and they're able to move around as they see fit. And it's incredible. Thank you, Shahadur. Pineapple Express, you got that right. One of my favorite movies. That one, like Tropic Thunder, like Superbad is probably one of my favorite comedies, along with Tommy Boy. Those are, man. This always turns. I should have done like a movies channel. I've done way too many like comments on here about like why I think the Jets, or like, we start doing something. Who the hell's calling me? Sorry, we're not taking calls yet. It's not 8:30. It's almost 8:30, which means I should probably jump over into the Google Voice. So whoever just called in, I just shunned you because it was too early for a call. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Phone lines open now. Bell, a god at b-ball. Bell looks like he'd be a god at anything sport-related. Whoa, here we go.
Call from Thomas.
Oh, my buddy Thomas.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Thomas, what's up, brother? What's going on? Can you hear me, Thomas?
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
First, I want to say that Le'Veon Bell rumor is excuse language, the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, no, I completely agree. There's no way. They're not trading Le'Veon Bell. It's not happening.
First of all, have you ever heard what happened to the Long Island Nets?
No. What happened?
They had like this, let's just get it, basically, let's say, I'm trying to remember the story, but they had someone on this season tickets.
Yep.
And then they traded him, and then the team actually got sued out of Long Island just because of the fact that that was mismarketing. And it didn't happen as bad as this, but they could still lose potentially millions of dollars if they traded him via jerseys.
Oh, yeah. I guess you could sue him because then they sold so many jerseys. They'd have to give jerseys back. Someone just said Black Sheep is better than Tommy Boy. Meatball, no, it's not. I love Black Sheep, and I thought that was the sequel to Tommy Boy when I was a kid, because that came out when I was like 8 years old. And you're wrong. I mean, I love me some Black Sheep, but Tommy Boy's way better. Sorry. Thomas, have you ever seen Tommy Boy?
No.
Oh my God. How old? You're like 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You might have to ask a parent to watch it, but it's really funny. And if mom and dad are listening, I apologize.
They're not.
Parental supervision. But it is a funny friggin' movie. Did you fix the air in your house? Yes, Steven, I did fix the air in my house. Thank you for remembering. Or I didn't know, sorry. Becca did. Becca stayed here Saturday in sweltering hot, waiting for the person to come and fix it, and they fixed the heat. Sorry, fixed the air conditioning. Sorry, Thomas.
What do you think is a trade value we could get for Leonard Williams as well?
I don't think we'd get much for him, unfortunately. I think he's with $14.2 million and him possibly wanting to test free agency, I don't think anyone would actually I don't think anyone would give up the first round pick that we'd want to get, or even a second round pick, just to watch him walk at the end of the year. I don't think there's a team like, say, the Seahawks that would want to get Sheldon Richardson. But I don't remember what Sheldon's contract was, because his fifth-year option, was he the 11th or the 13th pick or something like that? So his
I don't remember.
Yeah, his value was a little bit better there. I also think Sheldon was, I don't know. They're different players. Sheldon I really liked a lot. I think Leonard has a higher upside, but Sheldon was the more consistent player that played. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. And one more question.
Yeah, shoot.
Do you think if we should we sign Eli Manning, or should we sign not Eli, Peyton Manning, or should we sign someone younger?
I'm fine with if Peyton wants to come in and be like the president of football operations or something like that. I'm all right with it, but I don't know if I want him as GM. I don't know enough about his scouting background.
The quarterback. What does he want to come in as? Because I don't remember. Was it quarterback or like?
No. For Peyton, I would want him to be like the president of football operations or something like that. I think there's enough stuff that he could benefit us. What?
I think the quarterback, we should get Michael Vick, because he's still probably the fastest quarterback in the entire league.
Thomas, I like you. Keep playing Madden.
Okay.
I'm trying to eject you. I can't eject you. What is going on? I'm trying to. Oh no! I did something wrong. Did my mouse die? Let's see if maybe no. It's moving around. What the heck? Tomas.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I hung up on him. Thomas, you there? Thomas, you've been ejected from the cockpit. I apologize. You said you wanted Michael Vick as quarterback. Go play some Madden. All right, the next caller. I see Gangrene David tried calling. Come on in, Gangrene David. Call on in. There we go. There's my buddy.
Call from David Gangrene. To accept, press 1.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Jet Talk 24/7. What's up, my man?
Hanging in there, doing what I do. How's your day going? What's are you done with swim now, or are you still got practice?
Swim?
Don't you swim?
I finished that like months ago.
Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw something on your Snapchat that was like swim oriented.
No, it's just my off-season grind, man.
Oh, I got you. Okay, never mind. What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?
Well, a lot, man. First, I'm enjoying this Memorial Day edition of the Cockpit. I'm just chilling, having a drink.
There you go.
Myself. Yeah, but I want to talk about, obviously, of course, we got general managers. I don't know if I would let Leonard Williams play out his contract, because I think this is the guy who I think, of course, like you said earlier, he's going to want to test free agency. And I think with a guy like Leonard Williams, you're probably not going to get much out of him. But why not actually allow him to kind of out you and really just sort of find more identifiable. I can't speak tonight.
It's all right. I'm trying to play with my lights in the background. Turn them on. It's exciting. I'm like a wizard. Watch it. Here it goes live.
No, but I think with Leonard Williams, you can kind of identify more factors about him now with a new coordinator, and probably with more flexibility now on the depth chart for him with Quentin Williams in the picture.
Yeah.
I think he's you let Leonard Williams play out his contract, and I think you let him test free agency unless somehow it will be like Sheldon Richardson and a team decides to actually spit an offer out. But for general manager-wise, it looks like from what I'm hearing, it looks like the New York are trying to interview guys that actually have more of a legitimate scouting background than Mike McCagnon ever did. Because look at Joe Douglas, who's my ideal candidate for the general manager spot on the Eagles, and I've talked to a ton of Eagles content creators about this. Joe Douglas, of course.
Whoop, you're starting to break up. You still there, dude?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. Ryan's got magic freaking lights. Damn right I do. The Google Home.
Yo, shout out to Steve, man. You gotta love Steve. But okay. But
I have fun with Steve. I don't know. Never met him before, but I feel like I know him forever. I think I got.
Yeah, I would love to meet Steve. But anyway, Joe Douglas is my ideal candidate.
Yeah.
Because you look at the scouting background he has with the Eagles, he was able to identify legitimate pieces to develop the Eagles into a win-now team. You have him, who's learned behind a general manager like Howie Roseman with legitimate cap experience. I think you kind of take a guy like him from what he learned to what he could do. You put him here and you kind of enhance the relationship he had with Adam Gase. Sign me up, man. Although guys like Champ Kelly's also intriguing. The guy from the Seahawks also has a pretty good scouting background too, from what I heard from Seahawks fans. Joe Douglas is my ideal guy.
Oh.
He was able to actually find pieces in free agency and the draft to actually put together a coherent win-now team for Philly.
I think Becca's screwing with me. I think she's watching the live stream and turning off my lights. I'm going to have to kick her off my home. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Joe Douglas is... God damn it, Becca! See, now we're fighting. I'm going to turn off the lights on her now. Turn off the bedroom lights.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. I'm going to kick you off. How do I do this? Sorry. Now she's having fun.
I'm watching the stream right now.
The stream looks ridiculous because it's just...
Don't see the lights going on at all.
Oh, God. Okay. No, I like Joe Douglas. I think he's found some gems. I don't know enough about... See, I'm torn right now. I don't have enough time to really dive in on each GM candidate and make a video on why I'd like each one. So I think I'm just going to wait until we pick one and then just explain about them. Because don't you dare. Oh, no. Becca's getting her lights turned on and off. Oh, you know what's cool? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Turn living room lights to green. Oh, no. You can't see them. They're green, though. I promise you. They turned it. Let's see if I can turn the... There it is. Green. Showed it. Okay. Oh, and now it's blocking my monitor. Turn living room lights to white. This is magic. It's so cool. Sorry. Oh, God. There's little wins in my life, and that's one of them. Oh, no. Did my internet crap out? I think I lost David. I was dicking around with the lights, and I accidentally kicked them off. Vinny, yeah, you damn right. Yo, these lights, hold on. That light right there, and like all our kitchen lights, our bedroom lights, my office light, I got for $10 at Walmart, and they work with Google Home. And I got the Google Home Mini. I got 2 of them, and I'll eventually, maybe I'll do a video about like my setup of like, stuff. Oh, she's screwing with me now. Now she turned off my lights again. Now she's just having fun. See, she just wants the stream to be about her. This is the Cockpit featuring Becca. No, Becky. See, you want to get her real fired up? Everyone comment, "Hey, Becky." She loves that. She loves being called Becky. Oh, now I look creepy.
Call from
Vinny.
What's up, Vinny? Welcome to the Cockpit.
Nothing. What's up with you?
Oh, hanging in there. Google listens to you and sells your data. Damn right it does. It watches all my porn, too, and I don't care. Sorry, Vinny.
I will.
Ooh. While you're talking, I'm going to look up and see if I can find Godzilla tickets for this weekend.
Oh, that sounds fun. But
Well,
first things first, before we begin,
yes.
moment of silence for the family and friends of Bart Starr.
I agree. 1, 2, 3. I love how everyone called everyone Becca or Becky. Ah, sorry. No, it's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was what, 85?
Yeah. Also like Nana, he also went to Alabama.
Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. That's see. Man, I don't know.
Also, I'd like to apologize for last week. I couldn't remember the song because I mixed it up with "You Really Got Me" by the Kinks, which is.
Oh God, we got more music by Vinny. What are your feelings towards the general manager position?
Well, the general man. Well, I've been looking up the guys, trying to find some information. Right now, the four guys that I've seen, the four guys they've requested interviews for, are Joe Douglas, Champ Kelly, and Vikings assistant general manager George Patton, and the Seahawks co-director player personnel Scott Fitterer.
Now, I don't know if you saw my tweet. This is Rich Samini put out something that we were looking at the Vikings guy, and I was like, oh, great, another Vikings player that can turn us down.
You mean another person from the Vikings that just...
Yeah,
don't worry, the third time we get a free ice cream.
I see. Oh, I'm cool with that. If he turns us down and all the Jet fans get free ice cream, it'll be a move worth making.
Oh, yeah, with green and white sprinkles.
Oh, green and white sprinkles. Ooh, I wonder... Hey, Becca, comment on the stream if we have ice cream in the freezer. I hope she's watching, because I would love to find that out. I found sprinkles.
Although I'm still listening into your live stream after I hung up.
I'm gonna be pretty excited if we have ice cream, because I found sprinkles. They're kind of like Christmas sprinkles, but sprinkles are sprinkles. So like there's some green in there. So I'm gonna be pretty excited, dude. Apparently Godzilla is not playing in Dolby because there is that new Elton John movie is gonna be playing, and they want to have the music for that. And I was like, what the heck? Why can't I find it though? What does the friggin' trailer look like? Or the June 7th? Why is it? Is it already? It's not out already.
It has to be a unique movie, although I've already had enough rock movies for a while. I already saw the Queen movie.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. That one was pretty good. Is she still watching?
Yeah.
I guess she's not watching. She doesn't want to tell me if there's ice cream. She probably thinks I'm gonna get fat. I can't get fat for the wedding. I'm not gonna fit in my pants anymore. I have this issue where I go through like weight gain and loss because like I like work crazy hard and crazy long hours, and I like don't eat anything, and then I like drop like 10 pounds, and then I like go into winter mode and I just make videos and hang out and eat snacks all day, and then like I like gain weight, and then
I can't gain weight. I have not been overweight since I was 3 years old.
Oh man, no.
I've been under. It is so bad that when I was a kid, people used to joke that they could just pull my shirt up and they could use me in place of the skeleton.
Yeah, like a one of those mannequin things that they got on like the wheelie thing. Becca, no ice cream. Oh, what the heck? Why do you think I've been back at the gym? Yeah, Gangrene Nation. Keep saying Gangrene Nation. Gangrene Nation is the forum, and Gangrene David is the YouTuber. Sorry. Becky working for Bill Belichick living room lightgate. I like it. Alfred, you can stay here a little while.
That happens a lot. I've heard people. I was hanging out with someone. They mixed up two musicians because they both have the first name Bill. Hilarious.
King of the Monsters. Why can't I find... I'm on Flickster and I'm trying to find tickets for King of the Monsters, and it's not coming up. What am I doing wrong here, Vinny? How do I find movies? Just want to buy tickets. I'm just gonna have to go on the Google. The Google. I might be the only Jets YouTuber that doesn't have Jets in the name. See, that's what you're doing wrong. Gangrene. Isn't that a fungus? Oh, I lost Vinny again. I must accidentally have like an eject button that I didn't know I had. Ooh, I got a call. But how do I get to pop up calls? Nope. Someone's calling. Incoming call. Ah, sorry. Call again. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I can make a call. That's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm doing with this Google Voice thing. I only got 29 YouTubers now. See, that's what happens when I start playing with a light and not actually talking about jet stuff. So you can call in. I restarted the Google Voice thing. I must have accidentally ejected Vinny. I apologize, Vinny. You can call in if you like. Ah, there it is, Gangrene David.
Call from David Gangrene.
What's good, brother?
I called back in because you kicked me off a little bit ago.
I didn't mean to. I think my internet's crapping out on me. It doesn't look like I'm laggy or anything. It just sort of like keeps kicking off the Google chat. I don't know what I did. Maybe I'm hitting something on my phone, and that's what's like turning things off. But
That's okay. So, where were we?
we were talking about Joe Douglas and what we thought of that. And ooh, Becca, you want to come on the live stream? I hear you. Becca definitely does not want to come on the live stream. Sorry, guys.
No.
Nope, she doesn't want to come over here. For all you know,
Okay.
it's actually me commenting on the live stream, and I don't have a fiance that doesn't make me nachos and doesn't change the lights. That might be a thing. So all you ladies out there, wink, wink. All 0.5 of you that have watched any of my content. I don't think she finds that funny. She doesn't find it funny. Okay, sorry. Back to stuff.
football.
Back to football.
Back to football.
Keep it on track.
Okay. So, Joe Douglas, scouting finesse. What are you thinking?
Sorry, I'm responding about something. Say that again. David,
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
I said Joe Douglas, scouting finesse. What do you think?
I like it. I don't know enough about him other than like, hey, the Eagles are pretty good and they have some good talent that I didn't think they'd have after trading up for Carson Wentz. So for me, that means he's good, but I literally have no idea outside of like that what that would mean. Like I don't know what his actual background is. Is he of a certain style that he likes to follow? Like McCagnon didn't draft linemen before the third round until this year. I don't know. There's guys that are like, hey, we're always going to draft a quarterback every year. There's guys that are like, hey, you got to build the pipeline, got to draft offensive linemen every single year. I don't know what his staple is, I guess, or what he's gonna aim to do, like what he did in with the Eagles. I think he's gonna create a good offense around Darnold, so that's like cool.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's really it.
I would love it. But like, yeah, we do. Big Green says we do need O-line. I forgot what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought.
That's what happens when you start like. See, I start babbling and like talking about things, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Actually, I made this case in a previous video. I made this case in my last video when I was talking about the Adam Gase press conference, because when I actually looked at pretty much everything that Adam Gase said in the press conference,
Yeah.
I kind of saw Jets fans on Twitter starting to calm down a little bit, because I guess now they're trying to justify it a little bit more because.
Sure, because we're stuck with them.
Stuff Adam Gase did say to the media, because it looks like Adam Gase did handle the press conference pretty efficiently.
Well, he's not as crazy as that
still,
first
the
press
actions
conference
speak
was.
louder than his words. There are going to be those fans out there. Probably it's still a good amount that are still going to be under the impression that he's going to be playing games with the media, that he's a liar, and whatever the case may be. And until we find a new general manager, this probably won't go away. But however, his 10 years general manager, he hasn't really made any significant roster changes other than trading Darren Lee and waiving Jordan Leggett, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, at the end of the day, we still have Le'Veon Bell, we still have DJ Mosley, we still have Sam Darnold, we still have relatively our entire roster, and as of right now, like, nothing is in shambles just yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's I think there's a lot more
Hello?
positive. Can you hear me? Hello, David.
Wow, Ryan, I think I lost you again.
No, I can hear you. Can anyone hear me? This sounds really bad. Well, I apologize if this live stream cuts out because
Ryan, I can't even hear a word you're saying.
you can't hear a word I'm saying. Can anyone else hear a word I'm saying? What's
I can't hear you, Ryan.
Well, it's popping up on the live stream.
Yeah, Ryan, I can't hear you, dude.
All right. All right, so I'm clicking out of that. I clicked out of Gangrene David. I'm going to see if maybe I have too many windows open or something like that. I apologize. Let us try this again. I tried to talk to people, and then I accidentally kick them off. And then that doesn't really work. I wind up like screwing people over. That's not what I like to do. Google voice. Let's try that again. I'm still trying to figure out all these settings because there's probably better settings that I could have than what I'm actually doing. So I apologize if stuff doesn't work right. I just switched a bunch of stuff to oh, we got another caller.
Call from.
Right.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, what's up, Brett? Welcome to the Cockpit.
Jets Talk 24/7. What up?
Not much, just hanging in there. What's on your mind?
Hey man, you run national. I'm calling you live from Florida right now.
I like it. Very cool. Whereabouts in Florida?
Clearwater.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
West Coast, right?
West Coast, yeah. Right near Tampa.
Yeah. I have family in Tampa, and then my immediate family lives in Sarasota. What are you doing down in Clearwater?
Nice. Well, I work for Audi, so
Oh,
it's
nice.
yeah, it's a good location for me.
I gotta get me an Audi.
Anyways, here's what I want to talk about. So I'm looking at the GM situation, and I'm saying we may as well just make Gase, just call him the GM for good.
Yeah.
Like, it's his team, it's his show.
Mm-hmm.
And a real GM is not going to come in here and he has no control over the coach, right? We have our coach, we have our direction.
Yep.
So it's like, it's almost like when Parcells, I mean, he's obviously not Parcells, but like when he said, you got to pick the groceries, that kind of thing. It's like, we have to basically have a guy there that is really just in charge of like cap, like, yes, picking players, scouting, but it's like, I'm okay going all in with Gaze at this point. We're going down this rabbit hole. Like, if he sucks, we'll know in 2 years, right?
Sure.
And so, like, I say just go with it, like, rather than, I mean, it's going to be hard to get a GM who's, like, has experience or, like, they're going to want to pick their own coach. It's just not going to work. I don't see the path for that.
Now, I think there is something to be said for people who already like Adam Gase, and I think if Joe Douglas is that guy or, like, anyone that we're looking to bring in, I mean, even if it's sort of that, he gets the moniker of like a puppet, I don't know if he necessarily is, because I think there's just going to be a clear conversation between the two. Now, he's obviously going to do what Gase wants, because they're equals, right? One's not above the other. They both report to, the Johnson family, which I think is really weird. I think the whole not having a GM above a coach is, I don't know. I don't know how many teams actually do
weird.
that.
Really, I don't know any other team that does that. I mean, maybe they do, but
I think there are other teams. I remember being in a Jet forum one time, and we were talking about it, and guys were going back and forth like, this is stupid. And then I remember seeing a list of other teams that actually do that, and you'd be surprised how many people or how many teams do have something pseudo similar to that, which is sort of weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass, but I'm pretty sure there's like some weird teams out there that do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the situation, and I think we just got to go all in. I kind of like what's going on with Gase, even though, I mean, he did a decent job in Miami.
Obviously they didn't win. There was the conflict and all that, but it's like if we have the guy we want Darnold to be good, like who's going to help develop him, just go all in with it. And like he's running the show. Like there's just no mistaking it at this point. So I feel like I don't know if this Douglas guy, if he's on board or but
Yeah,
we kind of just got to be realistic and say like who's in charge, and I would just go with it, and roll with it for a couple of years and see if Darnold improves and the team gets better. And but I think we're fooling ourselves if we're going to get some guy who's been in charge before, and think there's not going to run into conflicts like we had this last situation. I mean, I like getting rid of McCagnon, honestly, and I don't even care about the timing.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of my thinking as well.
I mean, they got to be on the same page.
Yeah, that's just it. And I don't know, man. I kind of want a GM just because I think there should be more. I don't want to say more cooks in the kitchen because that's kind of a. Oh, he hung up, or maybe I hung up. I don't know what happened. I didn't hit a button. It just kind of went. I'm sorry. I'll keep talking though. Okay, so I think with the whole, buy the groceries sort of thing, could he be the GM as well? What scares me is as long as Darnold likes him, I'm fine with him being whatever he's got to be, because I think we have to make sure we convince Darnold that he wants to stay long term with us. Now, we still have 4 years to do that, and then we have the franchise tags after that. But realistically, you don't want to franchise tag your rookie quarterback because 2 first-round picks is enough for someone to give up for a good quarterback. And if Darnold proves to be a franchise quarterback that is determined to not sign a deal with us, someone's going to give up 2 first-round picks for that guy. We got
Call from
Vinny.
no.
to accept.
Vinny.
Press 1. To send a voice.
What's up, Vinny? I apologize. I don't know what's going on with this whole Google Voice thing. I wonder if my internet's shoddy or something.
It's all right. It's all right. You're going through technical difficulties.
Yeah, it was kind of screwy. Okay, what's up? What's on your mind?
Well, let's see. What?
Tell me I just fucking kicked him off again, too. I'm trying to play with the interwebs. Well, no, my internet's fine. I got like 200 megabyte. Oh, but it did do that. Why is it reloading? Someone doesn't like me right now. I got too many windows going, and they're like, Vinny, calling again. I apologize. I think I ran a speed test because I was confused as to what was going on. And my internet's fine. So, Vinny, calling again. I'll pick up, and we can talk. Man, I hate the off season. There's nothing going on. The off season's fun when you got the draft and you got free agency, and now you got what do we got right now? We got basketball. I don't watch basketball. I should. That's at least a little interesting. I like going to baseball games. That's fun. There we go. My main man, Vinny.
Call from
Vinny.
Vinny, I apologize. I tried to run a speed test, and I think it auto-kicked off the voice thing.
Okay, yeah, so let's see, where was I talking about, important. Oh, yeah, well, I forgot, since I screwed this up last week, so... That was a song I was trying to play last week, but let's get to the importance of a GM.
Okay, yeah. What are you thinking? Is there a particular GM route you want to go, or a style that you want to see?
I do want to, but I want to talk about the impact that they can have because, well, there's one perfect example of it, and of a team that was so incredibly inept for over 20 years, and yet one GM steps in there and completely changes their whole image. Do you know what team I'm talking about?
I would say the Patriots.
Nope.
Okay. What do you think? Oh, I guess the Patriots went to a Super Bowl prior to Belichick being there, but...
Two exactly. So
yeah,
I'm talking the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, yeah, John Dorsey.
I mean, thinking about that, the franchise was the complete definition of ineptitude, dysfunctional, and instability. Even even people didn't like the owner, Jimmy Haslam. I think I think he can be unstable at times.
Yeah, no, the owners
I've
have always,
heard that. I'm not sure if that's correct. Someone could fact check me. But think about he went into a situation where they had only won one game in the last 2 years.
yeah.
He completely changes the entire identity of the team.
Well, so when did he get there? He got there the summer before.
I think it was following the 2017 season, because I think he got kicked from the Chiefs and then he joined them.
And it was because he drafted Patrick Mahomes, I think, right? So that was.
Yeah, correct.
And then he left there, went to the Browns. So that means the Browns had taken Myles Garrett prior to him getting there.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's not one of his guys.
Yeah. And then.
But you think of what he's done, like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the amount of benefit that teams get from tanking is just absolutely incredible. And I think the Browns finally got it right. Because, I mean, I was a big Baker fan. I think all you guys know that by now. I think he was. I thought he was I don't know if I should say he's the best. I think Darnold was the best quarterback coming out. I didn't think he'd be there at 3, but I really wanted Baker for the Jets. I think he was the perfect kind of personality for us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's good. I was really, I was a little partially disappointed, but I'm like, okay, we're still going to get one of the top quarterbacks. I'll be honest.
Yeah, so if you think, so a GM can change all that. Now, would you have made the change at GM prior to the draft, or would you have done it the way we did it, or how would you have handled it?
Well, I'm not 100%. I mean, it'd be a bit difficult to hire after right at the end of the off season, because most of those teams are gonna. And right, how does it work where teams can block you or not? How does that specifically work? Because I'm not 100% sure on that from interviewing people.
From my understanding, it has to be a move upwards. So the Jets would have to offer player control or roster control to Joe Douglas. Otherwise, it would be a lateral move, and the Eagles could block the move. I'm pretty sure that's the whole thing with that. So as long as it's an upward move, they can't prevent you from moving up.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm honestly fine with the decision, but at the end of the day, it had to be done. It would probably have been hard to hire. Probably might have had a little more difficulty hiring.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would have had a better shot at getting a good GM if we were like, hey, here's $100 million and the 3rd overall pick. I think that looks, real attractive. But I don't know.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, what's done is, I mean, the Bills, if I remember, the Bills, I did check it, the Bills fired their GM.
Oh, Vinny, God, something went wrong displaying this webpage. I might have to stop this. The amount of calls that are getting cut off. So, guys, we're going to call this the getting ejected from the cockpit. And I don't control it. It just happens. So you better say your question quick if you want to get on here. Oh, that's frustrating. I've kicked Vinny off like 4 times now. I kicked David off twice by mistake. One time, I could hear him. He couldn't hear me. I don't know what happened. Maybe he turned his volume off, possibly. Was your cheek hitting the volume button, David? I don't think he's still in my chat. Whatever. Guys that are in the chat, I know the average view duration is about 10-15 minutes, which means I got a whole bunch of new people in here. Hit that like button down below. I appreciate it. It makes me feel good. And it makes other people want to watch the live stream when they check it out after it's aired. So I appreciate the gesture. Makes me feel good. Sorry, Vinny. I see the all man in there. Firing GM after the season is a bad idea because that's like 8 months of scouting wasted. I think it was done at the correct time too, Burnt Dice. That's sort of what I argued in my video. And it was one of those things where it's like, yo, media, calm down. You guys are just trying to rile people up. It makes way more sense for them to fire everyone up and get them, clicking on their articles and getting all these, eyeballs to look at ads. It's crap. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of big media.
Call from
Vinny Bass.
to accept.
Ooh, we got another Vinny. Welcome to the Cockpit, dude.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Not too bad. I apologize if I accidentally kick you off. My computer's going rogue right now. I think Skynet's taking over, and you might get ejected at any point. So I apologize.
All right. No, I've been watching the video, so I definitely seen it happen a few calls. But yeah, man. I was looking at the roster, and I know we're doing a 3-4 defense. I'm thinking that dude Blake Cashman could mess around and start or something. I think I saw his highlights, and I don't know. He's a good tackler. He's fast. I don't know. I know we got Brian Copeland, and then we got Jordan Jenkins, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think there's going to be a lot of interesting things that happen with him. I think in the video I made about him and like the other the last 3 picks that we made, I said I didn't think he was fast enough or strong enough, and he admits that in his own interview. And he tried to train specifically for the 40s so that way he could kind of help his draft stock. And I think it worked because I think he ran like a 4.5. He actually ran pretty quick. Now, if that translates onto the field, I'm all for it because I think he's a smart dude, and I think he's going to be a starter on special teams. I don't know if there's room right now to start. Maybe in 2 years when Avery Williamson becomes pseudo expendable, maybe that maybe he could kind of step in there, or at least we look at him prior to maybe drafting someone or signing someone. I don't know. I like the guy. I'm a big fan of a lot of our draft picks. I'm not huge. There were a lot of people that were high on Wesco, and I wasn't crazy about the Wesco pick, and I wasn't even crazy about the LaShawn Austin, I think it was Austin, pick, because he's been hurt so much.
Yeah.
But talent-wise, the dude's pretty talented. He just can't stay healthy. So I don't know what we're getting. I think you could have gotten him as an undrafted free agent, unless they thought he wasn't going to sign with us, and they're like, oh, let's try and snag him quick. That's possible.
Yeah. I don't know. Also with the GM, I think it's going to be Joe. I think it's going to be him. I mean, they have a relationship together.
That's my gut feeling too. I think you're right.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, but you never know nowadays. It's never know.
And it's one of those things where I'll admit I have not done enough research on any of the GM guys because I feel like as soon as I do it, there's so much that goes into one of these videos that I feel like if I do all the research and then I start putting out the videos, then they're just going to pick someone and I'm going to be like, great, now I just got to make a video on the guy that we got anyway. And I can't control it, so it's not as fun as the players, I think. I think when you get to look at players and try to figure out their contracts and stuff, that's interesting to me. The whole GM thing is cool, but I'd rather break them down once we actually get them. And I think Joe Douglas makes a lot of sense. He's made the Eagles better, especially after trading up for Carson Wentz, so I can trust him there. I think there's a lot of positives that you see with that whole thing.
Yeah, I just like you said before, the off season sucks, man. I freaking hate it. I don't watch basketball.
No.
I could care less about baseball. It's just, it's just now I'm watching rookie highlights now. It's just like until August comes.
I was gonna say, is it training camp yet? Are we ready to start watching some football?
Oh my God! I mean, I'm on Instagram. I follow Le'Veon Bell, and I see how he works out crazy, and he has a bunch of videos posting up, and same thing with.
Dude, that's just it. Everyone's freaking out. Oh my God, Le'Veon Bell! There's all this drama, and then meanwhile he's working his tail off. I think this dude's got a chip on his shoulder, and I think we are going to see amazing things out of him. I really do. I think this is going to be the best Jets offense that we've seen in a pretty long time, probably since 2010. Yes. And when we had LT, Santonio, Braylon Edwards, who else was on that team?
Yep.
All those guys. It's going to be
I agree, because even you can have I don't know if it's the Y formation. You can have T.Y. Montgomery, and then you can have Le'Veon as your running backs on the side, and then also you could mess around and have Chris Herndon and that dude Wesco or whatever, because both of them are good. They could block and they could also go out for passes. And then you got Robbie, you got Quincy. I mean, I could see Adam.
Oh no, he got canned. You just got ejected from the cockpit. See, I can kind of play with this whole thing. by doing this. I didn't mean to do that to you. I apologize. No, I agree. I think when you think you got, what was he saying? You got T.Y. on one side. You got Le'Veon Bell on the other. I don't know if I'd put Wesco in there, but you could. I would do Herndon. I would do Quincy. I would do Robbie. And then you got, a legit arsenal of weapons across the board. That would be what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. You have Robbie burning over the top. You have Quincy just posting dudes up. Can't stop Quincy. He's a big mother trucker.
Call from.
Bernard from North Carolina.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
It's my buddy from North Carolina. What's up, dude?
Yeah, long time no talk. I've been trying to get a hold of you the last couple of weeks. How you doing?
I was going to say, I don't think I talked to you. I definitely didn't talk to you last week. And when was I away? I was away for a little bit, so I may not have even been.
Oh, okay.
So
you'll never guess what happened. Last week I was going to tune in. I was waiting for you open up, start taking phone calls, and I went to sleep and woke up at midnight.
Dude, that's just it. I'm so exhausted. By the time I get off of this live stream, I'm gonna take a shower, pass out, and probably not wake up till next week. That's what's gonna wind up happening.
Yeah. And I work at the airport, so I'm pretty busy. The Raleigh Airport. So,
I'm sure.
I'm gonna try to jump in here real quick before we get cut off.
Yeah.
I think Douglas needs to be the choice, because to me, looking at the core group we put together a real good group. We could just tighten the offensive line, get some corners who can actually cover, and get maybe a true number one wide receiver. We could really be good.
I really think so too.
Yeah,
I'm not as concerned with the corners, and maybe I'm just cautiously optimistic because I think the pass rush is really going to help us. But I do agree. I think
I'm kind of reminiscent about Revis, and we had Revis Kamara in 2010, and I missed that when we had
it was
two
so
guys
good.
Kind of lock it down. We were really tough.
That was when the game was a little bit more rugged, even though it was not as rugged as 5 years earlier than that. But it's the game now is just you can't play that style anymore, and I feel like the cards are stacked against defensive players, so it's tough. Do you take the good defensive players at the beginning of the draft because good defensive players are at a premium, or do you take the good offensive players because the rules are favoring the offensive players? It's a weird sort of balance.
I know you have some technical issues. I'm gonna jump off or we get cut off. I want to leave you with something. I know you love movies just like I do. I know projected for 2020. We have the King Kong Godzilla fight. They didn't meet yet. The last time was in '63.
Yeah.
They projected to meet again in 2020.
Yep.
Before I hang up, I'm going to hang up and let you predict the winner of that fight. I kind of have to stick with Godzilla.
It's got to be Godzilla, right? But I don't know.
He's like James Bond. He doesn't lose.
I hope. But Godzilla lost against King Kong back in the day, I'm pretty sure, didn't he?
Some people say that. Well, you can kind of say Godzilla pretty much dominated that fight. King Kong was, reluctant participant, and he was forced to fight Godzilla. He really didn't want to. He was kind of, dropped in the middle of it. Kind of felt sorry for King Kong. He came off as like a sympathetic figure, knocked himself out.
See now,
that's when the momentum kind of swung when the lightning hit him. So
Now the new King Kong movie that came out 2, 3, 4 years ago, whatever it was. That one was supposed to take place around Vietnam, and the new Godzilla movie, or the last Godzilla movie, I think took place current day. So
that's right.
So now King Kong has had 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is, to grow, because he was still an adolescent, I think. So he's going to be a big fucking monkey. He's going to be huge. And I want to see.
Oh yeah, I hear that. They're growing him now. Like they did with the Island flick. He's definitely a lot bigger, so I'm anticipating this flick.
Now, do you think it'll be?
My gut tells me Godzilla's going to pull it out. Godzilla. So
That's just it.
Godzilla couldn't put him down in '74, and that was pretty vicious and bloody movie. It was brutal.
Could you imagine if they wind up going into I think they're going to wind up fighting together because everyone likes Godzilla, everyone likes King Kong. They're going to fight each other, and then, something's going to happen, and then they're going to team up, and then it's going to be oh, this is awesome, and, maybe Godzilla throws King Kong, and he starts, beating the piss out of someone else or something. I don't know. I want to see monsters fight each other in CGI. People that complain, hey, the mouth doesn't match up to the lips. I don't care. You know what? When I go to Transformers...
Speaking of the monsters, the recent release, I'm anticipating that film. The trailer, it really looks good. It looks like it's going to be really good.
I love Rodan. I just downloaded all the all the old Godzillas. They were all on archive.com or something like that. And it was I got all the dubbed ones, so I got Rodan from I want to say it was 1950 or something like that. I got all these old movies. I got my little.
That's one of the only ones I don't have in my DVD collection right now. I've been looking at it on eBay. I just hadn't pulled the trigger on that one.
I got my
But
little
I've got
Godzilla
the,
figurine.
one of the stuff kids that War the Gargantuans. I've been trying to get a good print of that one, and a couple of them.
I've never seen
My
that one
collection's
actually.
pretty good as well.
I've never seen Gargant.
Oh, you never seen War the Gargantuan?
No, I've never.
Wow.
I don't think I have, or
You
maybe
got
I
to see
have,
that.
but I
Have you
didn't
ever
know
heard
the
of-
name.
You ever heard of the story of Cain and Abel? The
Sure.
Bible. That's what
Yeah,
it's
of
based
course.
on. It was one that was good and one that was evil.
That's
So
the
you
basis
got
of
to
it.
check that out. You can get a good print. Somebody send you a print.
I could
Man,
probably.
you see that movie, you're gonna say, "Wow."
I'm sure I could find it because I've seen the name before,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I may have seen it before. I may have just missed it as far as a.
It's definitely
the
worth a
title.
look. It's one of the better ones besides Frankenstein Conquers the World. It's one of the better ones. I think you'll like the movie. It's tragic. I'm not going to spoil it. It's a pretty tragic ending. Cain and Abel, retelling of the Cain and Abel story about the two brothers. So I recommend that one.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to watch that. So
Yeah,
you asked me who I think's
Hey,
gonna
you
win.
take care now.
Okay, take it easy, brother. I
Oh,
appreciate
hey,
the call.
buddy. Hey, I'll definitely hit you up again next week.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. I love when you call in.
Yeah, you take care too, buddy.
Boom. See,
Bye-bye.
I don't know why. I think did I turn my mouse off? I think my mouse is dead. I think that's what's happening. I can't get my little movement with that. Can I turn this off? I don't know. This thing's not working. Maybe my boot camp's not working. Maybe that's what it is. Because technically, it says he's still here with me. I don't know where my mouse is. There's my mouse. My mouse. Alright, so I guess I'll click out of that. And I'll try to reboot into it. Well, bam! This is weird. This never happens to me. I did change some settings, so I wonder if maybe that is why some of these things are not working. We shall see. We got 40 minutes of BSing. How big of an effect will Le'Veon Bell have on Sam's completion percentage? I think it's going to go up. I mean, I think Sam's completion percentage anyway is going to go up, but I think because of Le'Veon Bell, I think we're definitely going to see Sam in the 70s. I think he was in, maybe not 70s, maybe high 60s. He was at, what was he at, 57 or 58 at the end of last year, and I think that's mainly because, we were garbage.
Call from
Eddie.
Hey, what's up, Eddie? Welcome to the Cockpit.
Hey, what's up, bro? You get married yet?
I didn't. I got a year. A year from Wednesday. 2020.
Oh.
May 29th, 2020. Got some time.
Congratulations. I'm sorry to hear that.
I've heard that a lot now. This is a reoccurring thing.
Listen, I live in North Carolina. We've talked before.
Oh, yeah. I recognize the voice.
So anyway, when I was first living down here, how I figured out I was in the South was, I was talking to my old general manager at the dealership I worked for, and he kept telling a story about how when he used to go get the haircut at the local barbershop, they'd always say, "Hey, Scotty, you made an honest woman out of that girl yet?" And he would say no. And then finally one day they kept asking him the question, and he said, "Yeah." And the guy says, "Well, you're at the end of your troubles, my boy." And then he paused for a second, and he said, "The front end." So
Dude,
you're going to be at the front end of your trouble.
Dude, that's
See, a New Yorker will tell you you're screwed.
You're screwed.
Right in your face,
Yup,
up front.
yup.
A Southerner will give you the same insult, only they'll slap you in the back of the head.
Yeah, it'll be like, "Oh, don't worry." Whack.
You're at the end of your troubles, boy. The
Yeah.
front end.
Front end of your troubles. It's like, "Oh, you polite Southerner, you got me without realizing you got me."
Oh, yeah, you got him good. Anyway, I like what you said about the quarterbacks. I like Darnold, but I have to admit I wanted them to take Baker Mayfield when they
Yeah.
drafted him. For two reasons. Number one, he had less interceptions in college.
Yeah.
And number two, he had over a 70% completion rating.
Yeah.
Accuracy you can't teach.
Yeah, that's a
You
big
cannot
thing.
teach accuracy.
Now, I think Darnold is crazy accurate as far as I think the
He's
difficult
good. He's good, though.
the difficulty of some of the throws that Darnold has made is impressive. And
Oh, yeah, he can make all the throws.
Baker's
But let's
just like laser
remember,
accuracy.
what's his name could make, Geno Smith could make all the throws, too.
Oh,
It's just he was just, a head case.
I hate Geno Smith. There's no quarterback that really bothered me more than Geno Smith when he would run and scramble, and he would run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And I was like, I hate you. Just throw the ball away.
That's a loss of yardage.
Like you can throw it
the
away.
ball.
You're out of the pocket.
As soon as you get to the sideline, throw the ball.
It doesn't matter. You're out of the pocket. You can't lose. It doesn't. You can throw it out of bounds. It doesn't matter.
You
And
can
you
throw
just
it at your
run out of
feet,
bounds.
as long as it's in front of you.
Consistently, I was like, ugh. There's a whole like.
He just didn't get it.
It blew my mind. I could not believe that was like happening. I don't know how someone didn't get his ear. I was like, what are you doing? You realize this is okay. You could throw it out of bounds. And like, I tried to stay positive with him, and there was a few times through his rookie career where I was like, this guy could be good. And then he kept doing the stupid stuff, and I was like, man, I just want like.
Wasn't he on the Giants for a while?
He was. He was there for a year, maybe 2. I don't think he was there last year.
See, they could have sat him down, schooled him, coached him up, and he could have been the heir apparent for Eli.
Well, see,
he had the tools. I mean,
don't say it.
Don't
say it. They tried to do that. Remember, they ended Eli's streak and put Geno Smith in instead of Kyle Lauletta. That's what happened.
Stunk up the joint.
Oh my God! And Giant fans were pissed because you know what Geno Smith is. He's not really gonna get that much better. I mean, he might get a little bit better, and you can like roll the dice on him. I think he was with the Chargers last year. I don't know if he's still with the Chargers.
Hey, I'm gonna mention 3 names of 3 quarterbacks way before your time.
Okay.
Who really sucked when they started out, and then became really good at the end.
Okay, go.
Jim Plunkett.
Okay.
Jim Plunkett. Who was the other guy with the Raiders after him? Rick Gannon.
Oh, was Gannon
really
there the entire time?
When he first came out.
Was he there the entire time? Because I only remember Gannon in.
And Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah, well, he started with the Buccaneers.
It took Vinny Testaverde about 7 years before he figured out the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, how old was he when we got him? He had to be like 30 years old. He was
like 30 years old when we got him, 28 or 30 or something like that. Yeah, I mean, he'd been in the NFL. I mean, we got to give Vinny a little bit of credit. I mean.
Oh, no. He got cut off. You've been ejected from the cockpit. Oh, God. This is a rough stream. I apologize. I feel like this winds up happening like once every like other stream. Hey, Ryan, let me just say thank you. Thank God you grew your hair out. Oh, man. Did you guys see... Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you guys would have seen me without hair because I didn't have hair for the last year. I was, like, all buzzed, and I would look like... See, now I like doing this because I never had bedhead or crazy hair. Yeah. I apologize. I keep kicking people off the air without kicking them off the air. This doesn't happen that often. It's usually when my internet's bad, but my internet's really good. So I think it's something boot camp because I'm in Windows right now, and I'm running it on a Mac. So, we'll see. Who do we got?
Call from.
It's Eddie.
Oh.
To accept.
I apologize, dude. I didn't mean to kick you off. It's just like you were gone. I was like, ah! No,
I was. So I said, but in fairness to Vinny Testaverde, he was drafted by the Buccaneers when they were the creamsicle team, and they sucked.
Oh my God, they were the creamsicle
team. And they asked one time their first head coach, so what did you think of your team's what do you think about your team's execution? And he said I was in favor for
it. They had what was the
was that McKay? He used to be coach of either UCLA or USC or something.
Oh, I don't know. I was just going to say something. I just saw something in the news. I think it was Vinny Testaverde's kid or like a nephew or something that just got... Was he signed as a free agent maybe? Or maybe he was signed to a college and there was like some news article that like the only reason he got it is because he was Vinny Testaverde's like, relative.
No, they don't do that at the college level. Not unless you're the son or a daughter of an actress.
Oh yeah, right. Dude, if you're a famous person and you have a kid and you have enough money to be a donor or whatever, you get whatever you want. It's like, oh hey, we want to build
money
you a new
talks
wing.
And bullshit walks.
You're gonna build a brand new dorm. Okay, here you go. You're the starter of the football team. It's like, whoa.
But anyway, let's talk Jets football.
Yeah.
You know Coach Williams, he's not just going to run a 3-4. He's going to run a 4-3, a 3-4, a 5-2. He's going to run everything.
I agree. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a mixed bag of things this year. I think we're
I
in
think
good
he's
shape
like
in the
Rex.
3-4.
He's going to be like Rex Ryan with more attitude, if you can believe that.
I loved Rex. I really wish Rex was our defensive coordinator because he was awesome. You need a defensive
He
coordinator.
never had a defense below top 5. Never.
He was so
Except
good.
when Idzik gave him nobody to play with at
I was
the end.
so mad. I was so happy when the players, what was it? Woody Johnson came down and said we're bringing Rex back, and the players went bananas. That was one of the happiest days of my Jet fanhood. I was like, you know what, this is cool. Like this team would run through a brick wall for Rex. I would run through a brick wall for Rex. And hindsight, yeah, you probably want to get rid of him because Idzik sucked, and I don't know, they just betrayed each other, and it was just fucking terrible. But
Idzik did have a plan.
yeah.
His plan was to tank for 3 years, save up a shit ton of money, and then get 80 draft picks. The problem was there's nobody left on his team from his 11-player draft. Nobody.
That was terrible. They should have used those picks to move up in the draft. The fact that
Think
most
of
of
the
them were
guys
late
that he
round. They were all
picked.
5,
He
6,
picked-
and 7 round picks.
Who did he pick? He picked McDougal, the
Yeah, he
quarterback
got Dexter
McDougal. He
McDougal.
picked all these guys
got
that
D.
he picked,
Milliner.
and they were all.
He got D. Milliner, and he got Sheldon. I'm pretty sure that was Idzik. I'm 68%.
Well, who knew
sure.
Sheldon Richardson was going to turn into an asshole?
Oh, I love Sheldon. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
And he was
I
a
love
great
Sheldon.
guy. We should have never got rid of Snacks. We should have kept Snacks.
I would have gotten rid of
We get-
Muhammad Wilkerson and kept Snacks and Sheldon. And I don't
Yep.
know if we have the ammo then to get Sam. Technically, Darrelle Revis got us Sam Darnold. Technically. Because we traded away Darrelle. We got a first-round pick. We took Sheldon Richardson. We then traded Sheldon Richardson for a second-round pick, which was then used to move up for Sam Darnold. So Darrelle Revis...
You're going this Kevin Bacon 7 degrees of separation shit.
Yup. Oh, yeah. I was going to make a video about this and be like, yo, thank you, Darrelle Revis, because not only did you become the best player in our franchise's history, which I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, you can argue it plus or minus a player or two, but,
Curtis Martin.
I love Curtis. I really do. Curtis is one of my favorite Jets. I would say Corvette's probably my favorite. And I think when you're talking, all-time Jets, I think you have to talk Klecko and Gastineau. But I don't...
Klecko, there's no reason in the planet why Klecko's not in the Hall of Fame.
He should
Hell,
be.
when
He'll get in.
when what's-his-name went into the Hall of Fame, Howie Long went into the Hall of Fame, about 5 minutes of his acceptance speech to the Hall of Fame was, why isn't Joe Klecko here with me?
That's amazing. I never saw that. I'll have to watch it.
Oh, you got to watch. He's talking about he was an All-Pro. He talks about half his acceptance speech was about Joe Klecko. It
That's
was
insane.
there are offensive linemen in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, no, you got kicked off again. You've been ejected from the cockpit. God, I got to figure this out. I apologize, guys. Everyone's getting kicked off the cockpit tonight. I do kind of like it because it's surprise, you're gone. Just now I need a special lever or something, and people go, pew, you get launched out. So that's what happens. I wind up getting 35 people in the off season. I'm glad I get 35 people. And if you're here, well, now I got 39 likes. So I have more likes than I have people in here. So I don't know. If you're new here and you're just watching, you're hanging out, hit the little like button. Give me some dopamine. Is this Eddie again?
Call from
Eddie.
Sorry, Eddie. I don't know what's going on. It just launches people out.
I know. So where was I? Did you hear what I said about?
We were talking about Klecko
Joe-
and how he spent half. They spent
Yeah.
half the Hall of Fame induction speaking about Klecko and how he should be in. Whoa! Who just
Yeah,
came in? Who just
he
donated?
was-
Kyle Hemphill donated $1.99. Thank you, dude. I'm gonna buy 2 Arnold Palmers with that. I appreciate the support.
Anyway, to get back to it, Joe Klecko was the strongest guy in the NFL. He even did a Smokey and the Bandit 2 cameo where he's deadlifting a van while someone's changing the front tire.
No way! I'm gonna have to watch it. That's great.
I'm
And
telling you,
I
Joe
have-
Klecko was deadlifting a van.
I have
He's
to.
literally holding, and the guy's like, man, how you doing it? And he goes, just shut up and hurry up and change the tire.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna have to watch it now because I think I have that in my library. But I gotta say,
Well-
Kyle Hemphil said Mark Gastineau forever underrated, and because he donated $1.99, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. You are a fabulous person, a gentleman, and a scholar. But no, I agree.
That entire defensive line was just unstoppable.
Yeah, I wish defense and special teams could be more in the NFL, and that's what bothers me because I like watching offense and defensive games kind of suck. Like when it's too defensive, like I thought the Super Bowl was fucking terrible, and
Well, let me tell you something. Tom Brady, as good as he is, would have never made it in the old NFL where they could maul receivers running down the sideline and when they could bury a quarterback head through the turf.
Well,
he would have retired 10 years ago.
Well, dude, when you look at the way the Patriots used to play Peyton Manning, the whole reason they changed all the rules was because Ty Law was beating up on all the wide receivers. He was a filthy cornerback. And, I mean, I give Belichick credit because he has learned to manipulate the rules in a way that allow his team significant advantages, and he'll always be really good at it, and that's what frustrates the heck out of me. Because I think
Belichick's the best coach in the NFL that ever played. Because he knew how to play the rules, and he knew how to play his players, and he could take a whole squad of second team players and make them beat everybody because he doesn't like superstars. He knew that he only needed one or two superstars, and that would have been a good receiver and Brady. And with everybody else just being very, very, very good, he could make it. So everybody on his team is very good, and then you got Brady and a good receiver and a decent running back. And his defense was always adequate because he's a defensive genius. Of course, that's his forte.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
See, I think it goes a long way when your star quarterback is willing to take half the rate that he should. There's no reason that Tom Brady should be making $15 million. I'm sorry. There's an issue there, and I think he's probably going to get some type of ownership stake when he's all, like, retired and, Kraft dies. I think Brady's going to own part of the team, and that's why he's taking as little money.
He might already do. He might already own it.
That might be part of it. I mean, it's tough because there's the whole argument of Giselle makes so much money, Brady can take less. But to be honest, I don't necessarily buy it. I don't think quarterbacks should count against the salary cap because of that reason. There's too much of a swing.
Well, I told you they should take one guy on offense, one guy on defense, make them exempt from the cap, and then everybody else has to. Because why should you have to lose your star player? Because why should the Jets have to lose Leo next year? I mean, there's no reason for it because Greg Williams likes a 4-3.
Yeah.
So he's still in the 3-4 this year, and he's going to be putting 4-3 aspects in. And I guarantee you, he's going to eventually switch to 4-3 if he's got the right players. Could you imagine the Williams brothers at tackle, and then you got Polite at one end, and all you got to do next year in the draft is get a couple of offensive linemen, a couple of receivers, a couple of corners, and one more good pass rusher.
And
in free agency next year.
You still got $50
we should have about 50, 60 mil for next year's draft.
So I just did a video and
we got about 24 million right now, right? 24 million right now.
I think because we got rid of Lee and we got rid of Leggett. I think we're at 29 million if the number on over the cap is correct. It may be wrong, but that's 29 million, and I think we can roll it all over. And we have he lost him again, but I'll keep talking. So I think we have 29 million plus the 50 or 49 million for next year, or 48 million. So we're going to have about 75 million or 77 million. We're going to lose 10 million to the rookies. So we got about 67 million of active cap that we can actually spend on players. And if you assume there's some type of movement at some point, I think we're going to make a move for a center at some point, whether it's someone who's cut or we trade for someone. Now, I don't know if that's going to equal $16 million, $17 million like I predicted in my video, and we're going to have $60 million to actually play with, or $50 million to play with. Oh, we got a new caller. Who is this?
Call from
TJ.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice...
What's up, TJ? Welcome to the Cockpit.
Hey, thank you for taking my phone call.
Yeah, no problem. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida, just like that other guy said he was calling from Florida, on the west side of Florida. That's where I'm calling from. This is Brooksville.
Oh, Brooksville. Whereabouts on the west coast of Florida is that? Like, I see Tampa. I know Sarasota. I know, like, Fort Myers.
Well, it's above Sarasota. It's above, you ever hear of Spring Hill?
Sure.
Yeah, right. It's right above Spring Hill.
Oh, cool. So you're, like, right between there, then. Between Tampa and
Yeah.
Sarasota.
Have you ever heard of this other guy, Jets, what's it called? Another Jets guy here in Florida. Very good. You and him are
Jet Central.
very good.
Jet Central.
Well, Jet Central, yeah.
We did a video last year. I was still pretty new. I had like maybe 300 or 400 subscribers. It was just before the draft, and then I haven't done anything with him since. But I've been wanting to. I actually wanted to do a live stream with him, and it's just I haven't really followed up with it since I started this, and I've just been having fun with it. So. Thank you.
I got something for you. Between you and him, I want you to know. You mentioned Trebet before, right?
What was that?
You mentioned Trebet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, I have a Wayne Trebet jersey.
Yep, I love
that's
Wayne
for
Trebet.
you. That's for you, my friend, if you want it.
No way.
Yeah, listen, I got a bunch of jerseys. I keep them perfectly, but I'm giving them out. I want to give them out so you can do some kind of thing for yourself where you can run some kind of thing where, you can have some people call up, maybe give it to your channel or whatever. You just let me know, and I'll send these all down to you. We'll just have to figure out something, how to get these together. I got Jets, I got Giants. I even have the New Jersey Generals.
What?
I'm not the Generals. No. What was the Jersey one? The Hitmen.
The Hitmen, the New Jersey Hitmen, or the New York Hitmen. I think
Yeah.
the New York Hitmen.
And when you see the shape of these things, you're going to think they're brand new. I put them on a hanger and I leave them in there, but I want you guys to use them. I want you guys to get use out of them, maybe give them out as some kind of a promotion for yourself.
Hell yeah, no friggin' way. That's awesome, dude. That'd be really cool. I'd do that. I'd give away that for my 4,000 subscriber. Because, like...
Absolutely. We just have to figure out... I'm gonna have to have you pay for the delivery, but otherwise I'll give you the shirt.
Dude, I would do that. No, the fact that like you offered that's really cool. No,
I want you to have them. I want you to do some kind of promotion. I got Jets, I got Giants, I got everything. I even have some from what's the team over here, the Buccaneers.
Sure.
I got some from them, and I'm just trying to think of
What are you laying out a nail strip across like the road, getting some like 18-wheeler stop, and then you're like, oh yeah, hey, I'll help you. Don't worry, don't look at the back, and then you jump in the truck and you take all the jerseys out, and then you run away. Is that what you got going on down there?
No. This is just me saving them over the years, just collecting them. But instead of them collecting dust in the closet, I figure you guys could put them to use. And wait till you see the shape of these things. I'm not talking about anything that's been rewashed. These are things that have never been used, pretty much.
That's crazy. That's awesome, dude. That's really
they're
cool.
like brand new. I love them so much I would never even use them. So that's why they're perfect,
Dude, hit me up on any one of these top 3 things. So, Instagram, Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Gmail. Just shoot me a message. That way I can, talk to you. But yeah, dude, that would be cool.
Absolutely. If you ever come down to Florida, you come see me, and I'll put you up, and this way you come down here and just relax for a while or something.
I'm
always excited about the Jets. I love their new uniforms.
So do I. I'm actually going to be down in Florida.
I don't know what.
July. Go ahead. I'm going to be down in Florida in July. I'm actually going down. I have. I'm going to go to probably a Yankees game when they're playing the Devil Rays in the beginning of July. I'll be down that way. So who knows?
No kid, I'm a Mets fan.
I'm a New York fan. I don't really watch baseball, don't really watch basketball, so I've already taken the abuse of being a Jets fan and like seeing a bunch of losing teams, so I'm just going to pick a winning team for the other New York teams, just because like I've taken the abuse. I've had black eyes. I can live with my Jets. That's what keeps me sane.
Well,
I'm a Met fan.
I do have also some. Yeah, I also do have some Mets shirts that maybe you can give as part of the promotion. I don't know. You might want all of them. I don't know. I'm just going to give them out. I want to get rid of them.
Whoa, Kyle Hemphill donated another $4.99. He says, shout out to the guy, couple bucks towards delivery. Whoa, Kyle's got. Oh no, my buddy. Oh, my buddy from just south of Tampa got kicked off. He got jettisoned by the ejector seat. Thank you, Kyle. Dude, that's really cool. $4.99 to do delivery stuff. That's cool. You're the man. keeping the channel alive, doing fun stuff like this. I like having fun with this. I was gonna do the gaze at my cooter towel, but apparently when I tried to like make it, they were like, "Hey, this isn't okay. Like, we get what you're trying to do, but like, stop it." So apparently the 4,000 subscriber is not going to get a gaze at my cooter bath towel. So I apologize. So it's gonna be a shirt, or it's gonna be maybe a jersey from that guy. And that was, I apologize, I forgot your name. I have like this goldfish memory. It's really not good because I see a lot of faces throughout my day. It's like, pop, 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 pop. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got?
Call from
Grandpa Mark.
Grandpa Mark, I'm so excited to have you on the cockpit. I apologize. I don't know if you've been watching, but I've been like launching people off their phone call by mistake, and I don't know why it's happening, but you might get launched at some point, and I apologize.
Yes, no, I know that. I'm going to make it quick too, but you can never say I'm not dedicated to your call
No,
show.
dude, I love this. This is like between you, Vinny, and Gangrene David. I feel like I get a consistent 3 every time, and then I have like a rotation of like my other dudes that call in throughout the week. I got Thomas too. Thomas calls in a bunch too.
Well, the main reason why I say that is because I'm calling you from Hawaii.
What? No way. What are you doing in Hawaii? Just vacation, or you got like celebrating something?
No, I come here twice a year. I go fishing.
What? Is it just you, or are you going with like family?
No, family.
Well, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know you. I know you like through like you. I know you have a dog, and you call me while you walk the dog. So I don't know.
No. You don't. When you go and fishing, you don't take family, man. I'm just
Are you
here
there
with a couple.
I was gonna say some of your buddies.
Couple of buddies.
That's cool. That's neat. Whereabouts in Hawaii? Which island?
Maui.
I've never been to Hawaii. It sounds like a lot of fun. We were trying to pick out where we're going to go for our honeymoon, and one of my buddies was like, hey, after you get married, then it's going to be like kids and house and like this whole thing, so like go to the other end of the world. Go to Bali. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to Bali. But I want to go to Hawaii.
Oh, are you booked for Bali?
No, not yet. We should probably do that because we're like a year out at this point, so we should probably look into this.
Speaking of honeymoons, that's how I found not discovered, but that's how I first wound up in Hawaii. I came here on my second honeymoon with my second wife.
I was gonna say, Mark, are you the one with 3?
That's me. I'm on number 3.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I'm remembering all my callers right. I gotta get better at this. The whole I figured out your name because I think I was calling you like Matt or Mike or something at first, and then I was like, and now it's just Grandpa Mark, and I love it because all the commenters, I don't even know which way the camera's looking. All the commenters are like, oh, Grandpa Mark, and then they're like, and then Vinny's playing music, and I don't know. I have fun with this. This is cool.
But this is what I wanted to say very quickly. First of all, I can't stand Adam Gase. I think he's full of shit.
He scares me. He's a lunatic. I mean, I really do think he's like absolutely crazy. I'm hoping beyond all hope that I'm just gonna stay positive and hope he's okay.
Well, you know what it is with me is when I watched that press conference he did the other day. And a lot of people are saying, oh, how he did a good job and this and that. No, he didn't. He's full of shit. He just outright lies. When the press asks him questions, he should just not say anything. Instead of saying, oh, I had nothing to do with firing Mike McCagnon, just don't say, let's move on to the next question. I'm not answering it.
It's tough because the New York media will just pick him apart. They'll be like, "Oh, Adam Gase declined comment to say this. Like, did he actually say it?" At least if he says no, he's like, "All right, come on." I mean, no one's gonna believe him, but even still.
I mean, look, I know everybody has their own personality and whatever, but people should take, and I know we discussed this. People should take a page out of Belichick and Parcells' book, and not give the media any extracurricular bullshit to talk about. And like I said, when they asked him about McCagnon, just say, next question.
Yeah.
And if the media doesn't like it, if the fans don't like it, who cares?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's it. But anyway, you still there?
No, I'm still. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got me.
I stopped for a second because Edward in the chat was talking about how never pay top shelf for a honeymoon trip. When they find out you're on a honeymoon, they will always upgrade you for free. Me and my ex-wife found out the hard way when we went to Maui. We paid top shelf top shelf road trip, and 3 of the other people on our floor paid like half than we paid and got free upgrades. So great advice. That's amazing. I'm gonna have to try that.
Well, my advice is this: is once you come here with a woman, don't ever come back because there's plenty of women already here.
Well, if you go there with a woman, you can't. There's a whole bunch of flaws with that, because if you go there with a woman, then you're with your woman, and there's a bunch. Oh no, Grandpa Mark got kicked off. Oh, he got ejected. I need a button. That just boom ejected. I'm sorry, Mark. I don't know what happened. This is fun though. I do enjoy this whole like random ejection seat thing because I don't feel bad. It's just kind of exciting to like see it happen. We were paying $279 a night at the Hyatt Regency Motel in Maui, and the people on the floor with us were paying $140. What'd you do wrong? Was it because they said they were on their honeymoon? I find it hard to believe they would take that much off the floor or the room. Was it a different kind of room? Man, that's crazy. Man, I gotta wear. See, I've been wearing the hat in the videos, but I kind of like having hair. It's weird having hair. For all the guys that saw me on like, Ryan, at least you don't have kids yet. My son is four months, right? That's what you're trying to say? 4 months. Dude, that's awesome. 4 months. Congratulations, Vinny. Vinny, how old are you? I was trying to like get like a read on it. Like usually by voice, I could have a rough idea of where people are. I envision Vinny being about 33. That's kind of where I peg you. I could be wrong. Maybe you're way younger or way older. Who knows? But if I had to envision Vinny at a certain age, I think he is a very mature 28-year-old. 29-year-old, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Vinny, let me know. How old are you? Maybe you don't want to tell me. That's fine. It's cool. I know there's like a 16-second delay, so while I'm saying this, other comments are going to go by. My ex-mother-in-law wanted to make sure we had a good time, but what she didn't realize is the hotels will routinely upgrade honeymoon couples. I'm going to do some research and see if that's true. Because I think you're right. Because I'm about to be 30 in July. Vinny, you're only a little bit older than me. I'm going to be 30 in November. Okay, so I was about right. What's crazy is, so I, aside from working at a golf course and being a director there, I also, so the course that I work at is part of a resort. So we get a lot of weddings and we get a lot of, special event kind of things. And I don't know what they do. I think they do something special for your honeymoon, but usually they know if you're on your honeymoon before you get there. It's not usually like a surprise kind of thing. But I think they bring like a bouquet of flowers. I don't know if they really charge less, and it's probably just because of the area we're in. Like New York's just expensive, but so is Hawaii, so I don't know. Maybe they just have buku money down there, and it's like, maybe we don't. I don't know. Seamus, he's crazy, but he's serious about his job, and players will still respect him more than they respected Bowles. I agree. I think players are going to respect. I think they may not like Gase more. I think they will respect him more. I think we'll get more out of our players. There's parts of me that didn't mind Bowles, but then Casey Rogers was just so terrible. And then, I don't know. I think Bowles was the perfect personality for post-Rex stuff because it was so bland and so, I don't want to say boring, but, very not, in your face. And it's kind of what we needed to reset. And now Gase is, that stern, we're going to get shit done. I'm the offensive guy. We haven't had an offensive guy since ever. So, that's a thing. I don't know. We'll see. Well, this was 31 years ago. Oh, see, that's what happened. 31 years ago, dude? Do you know what happened 31 years ago? So I'm 29. My parents, I don't know when my mom bought her first house. My mom bought her first house for $26,000 or $30,000 or something crazy like that. Do you know what a house in Paramus costs right now? Not $26,000. And even if minimum wage was I guess minimum wage is a bad thing to use, but when you think of like what salaries were then versus what they are now, houses have gone up by like way more than that. Let's call it like it's probably close to tenfold, because tenfold would be what, 260,000. It's actually more than that. So to say it's gone up by 10 times what they were, and now you got, actually no, that's a lie. It definitely wasn't that much. It was definitely more than that. It was definitely like 100,000, because I'm thinking of my buddy from Binghamton, and Binghamton's like not a lot of stuff there. Brittany Z, $500,000. Yeah, dude, that's what it is. Friggin', and that's like not crazy expensive either. Like you can find houses in Paramus for like, at least by me. So I'm in, where am I? I'm northwest of Paramus, and it's friggin' expensive. We rent right now, and it is expensive to buy a house. Forget that. There's like, it is tough. And those sorts of things, like, could you imagine if I had the job I had now, and I had it back in like the 80s or 90s, I'd be able to buy a house. You could buy it on a single income. You can't do that now. My fiance, she does well. She works in a good job. She does a lot of work, and she makes good money. So I got to be a stay-at-home dad. That's the goal. I started this channel so that way I could hopefully create some type of revenue, stay at home, make a bunch of videos for you guys, raise kids, have fun, play some video games, watch some movies, like I like, but do work, and she could work for me. She could not work for me, work in general. She's awesome. She's I don't know if she's watching anymore. She might be falling asleep at this point. She was pretty tired before. She wasn't thrilled that we didn't have ice cream. My parents have a ranch in Rochelle Park, $466,000. I believe it. It's not cheap in Paramus. It's like, now, it's not just Paramus. It's all of Bergen County. It's pretty expensive down there, but it's also pretty cool. It's kind of nice to like have that much stuff around you, and you can find areas that have relatively good lot sizes. Like where I'm at right now, I'm in like Butler, Kinnelon-ish area, and Leonard Williams, fun fact, actually lives in Kinnelon. I've never run into him. Would love to have him on the show. Leonard, I like you a lot, so if you come on the show, I will totally give you a high five. Through the camera, because I like you. But fun fact, I'm not a pimp. No, you're not basically a pimp. I just want to live at home. I want to make videos for you guys. I want to make some money, just enough to like, survive. It's kind of cool. I want to have fun with what I'm doing, because like there's a lot of people that are stuck in jobs that they don't really like. And I really enjoy talking Jets football. I really enjoy editing. I went to school for editing. It's one of those things that like I could sit and edit for a long time. And right now, I mean, we're at what's the channel at? We're almost at 4,000 subscribers, right? So I don't know what I need to get to, but baby steps. Considering 1 year ago I was at 500, so kind of cool. Or I say we. It's a team. This channel isn't anything without you guys. So this is me gushing a little bit. 5 minutes left here. Sunday Blue Laws. Yeah, so the Blue Laws, it's disappointing. Would you ever move out of Jersey? I would consider it, I think. There's certain areas I would consider going to. I think North Carolina and South Carolina is one of them, because they're still season-changing states. The only thing is everything moves slower down south. It is very like, everyone's real polite and everyone's real nice, but like it's a different mindset. But then there's also the whole thing of, I have all my friends up here. Everything I've ever known is up here. My entire family's in Florida because they all lived up here and then moved down there. But I don't know. I don't think I could move to Florida, because Florida is like, it's flat, it's hot. I like hiking. I like that sort of stuff. Yeah, Carolinas. See, that's just it. Like, there's some cool stuff in the Carolinas. There's a younger demographic. You could find a brand new house for way cheaper. And since I'm in golf, my season actually gets longer, because for you guys that don't know, from the months of December, January, and February, and part of March, I am on unemployment. And I hang out and I make videos because I'm seasonal. And if I go down south, it winds up making my season longer, which would in turn, I guess, make me more money. So I guess if I go down south, I actually do all right compared to other people, because a lot of people move down south and the salaries tend to go down just because of the area. So maybe I wind up staying the same because of I just work more. I don't know. Maybe that means you don't get more jet videos though. I like the time off. I like doing the jet videos, and I'm kind of close. I'm like 20 minutes away from Florham Park, so I really got to go to like training camp, and I want to go to like practices and things like that. I tweeted at Jamal Adams, and I don't think he didn't see it or doesn't care about it. Whatever. I see how it's gonna be. I tweeted at him and I was like, "Hey Jamal, I'm gonna give you a shirt. Let me know. Just going to tweet it out there, throw it your way." And it was the Sam Darnold shirt, or the Sam Adams shirt. It was like, hey, the only Sam Adams I like on a Sunday. And unfortunately, he did not respond. He didn't even like it. It's because I'm too small of a channel. That's what it is. They're all friends with Gary V, or whatever his name is. Which he's not even like a jet channel. He's just like some motivational speaker. He's been doing it, and he knows how to run stuff. So sad. I am a 15-year member of the Central North Carolina New York Jets fan club. We have a listing. Oh, very cool. When I went down to Florida, my family moved down there 5 years ago now, I guess. And we went to a bar down there, and we found a Jets group meetup. I think my dad found them on Facebook. And it was like everyone from like up north, and it was like 30 or 40 people just in like the side room of this bar chanting Jet chants, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is so cool. You will get there. What is you will get there? I don't know what that means. Yes, the pay is definitely low. You will get there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I like it up here because my best friends are up here. I like the weather. The whole taxes thing sucks. Taxes in this area, crazy. You're talking like $12,000 to like $16,000 a year in taxes. And then like for a house, if you want to try and buy like, I don't know, a halfway decent house, at least in this area, God, you're gonna be paying out the behind in taxes. Too much money. See, this is at least the 30 people that are hanging out here. They're like, yo, this is kind of strayed from Jets talk and talking about your channel. Thanks, Vinny. Dude, it'll get there. I know, baby steps. We'll see what happens in season. I don't know. Do you think more people watch football stuff in season, or do you think more people watch stuff during like free agency season? Because like I feel like a lot of people are excited and they're like, oh my god, what's going on? At least that's what I sort of expected. What does it say? Democrats suck. I'm not getting political. I'm right down the middle anyway. I think everyone sucks. That's my personal opinion is I hate everyone. And you can join Jets Talk for president in 2020? How many years we got? 2022? I don't know. I have not been paying attention. Taxes below. Yeah, dude. Brittany, taxes are terrible. The taxes up here are crazy high. And because I'm close to New York City, we pay... Actually, I don't know if New Jersey does. New York pays... Like, I used to live just north of the border, and it was, like, New York City taxes, even though you didn't live in New York City, just because, like, you could work in New York City. Oh, man. It's that time. Oh, man. You guys know what time it is. It is 10 o'clock. That means... This is Jets Talk. Woo! Bum, 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 bum. We're going to do the same thing next week. 2 hours, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Guys, tune in. Hopefully we've got some more stuff to talk about. Maybe I'll be talking about some Godzilla. Maybe I'll be talking about some Jets. We'll see. It's been real. I appreciate you guys. All 30 of you guys, 40 of you guys that have been here throughout the night. Tune in again. Hit that like button. If you like the content, it does me a lot of good because people see it. They see that there's a bunch of likes and people will tune in next time. If you want to grow the channel, thank you. I appreciate all you guys. This is Jets Talk, signing off. One more time. J-E-T-O